doing well, Miss Lakshmi. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. So, how was your day?
My day was hectic, but I enjoyed it. It was good at the end.
Okay. So, this is a kind of protocol that we follow in our school, right? That you will be coached and mentored by somebody who is able to, who is in a position to assist you in whatever way that can be possible. So, are we ready?
Yes, Miss. I'm ready.
Okay, great. So, to begin with, what specific goals do you consider for our coaching session? And before you answer this question, can I make notes? Do
Please
I
go
have
ahead,
your
Miss.
permission?
Please.
Okay, thank you. It's so that we can get back to it when needed. So I repeat, what specific goals do you consider for our coaching session?
Can you give me one or two options, please?
Okay, do you think you need coaching? That's the first question. Is it required?
Initially, I thought I wouldn't be requiring, but I think on certain aspects of my teaching, I may require.
Okay, can you please elaborate?
Okay. My biggest challenge is managing time in the class.
Mm-hmm.
My lessons sometimes get delayed.
Mm-hmm.
That is one aspect where I'm really looking help to receive.
Okay. What are some of the challenges or obstacles that you are currently facing in terms of time management? What exactly is happening that is creating this delay?
Maybe I'm over teaching. Maybe I'm over explaining things.
Mm-hmm.
That could be one of the reasons where I want to restrict as per the time.
Okay. So, is there a step that you can take to move closer to your goal? Apart from this coaching session, is there something that you can do in order to move closer to the goal of time management?
Absolutely. I did look at various options like putting a timer.
Okay,
Or
great.
maybe just sticking to certain words or certain explanations. That is very important, and maybe in the next lesson I can speak about the other concepts.
Okay.
So these two things I am been looking at, but still I feel I should need another. I should need some help.
So the second point that you said, the first point, the timer, that is very obvious even for the students. They will not, take the discussion further away.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the second point where you said that you will stick to particular words, is that what you said?
Yes.
That you want to stick to
Stick to certain particular words or maybe particular information which is only required at that point of time.
Okay, how are you ensuring that happen? Have you tried that before?
I did try in a couple of my lessons. It did work, but when I see some children not able to understand at that point of time, then I come up with more information which I believe is really not required, or maybe for the entire class. I believe it should only be restricted to those particular children. Maybe moving around the class,
Mm-hmm.
I come back and I say, you had a difficulty in this particular question. Let's have a discussion now.
Oh, that's wonderful strategy. That's really good.
Thank you so much.
Very good. Is there any other strategies that you have found effective in the past, which when culminated with what you are trying to achieve now, when combined together, do you think that would help you in any ways, or have you observed somebody else managing their time very well and you want to emulate that?
Honestly, I wanted to do it, but I could only observe one of my colleagues' lesson,
Mm-hmm.
where she had everything written down. Probably this could be her second or third year teaching the same bunch of teaching the same subject.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, this is my first subject this year.
Okay.
So that's the reason I'm finding challenges.
Okay.
And but I have looked into one of my colleagues' lesson where she was able to handle, probably only because she's handled the subject for the past 3 years.
Okay, excellent. Now, if I may rephrase, so I will just, go through the, we call something called as the GROW model. Okay, so the goal is management of time. Okay, some of the obstacles that you are facing is, over teaching, over explanation, which is actually taking away the teaching time, and some of the strategies that can move you closer to the goal is, using a timer, sticking to a particular PPT or some words which will restrict you, and the willingness. Of course, I do see that you have the willingness, and in the past you have done well with another subject that you have a forte in it, right? So because this being a new subject, you are finding it a bit difficult, and maybe next year you will be able to do better because you already would have got the experience. So now, one thing that we can take next week, yes. So what we can do is 1 week, I would want you to, create a particular slide in the PPT which gives you those keywords that you want to explain it to the students. Okay, that would, of course, you will be having keywords, but those specific keywords, okay, which gives you a hint that, okay, this is where I want to stop. And then you will, maybe you can choose 2 or 3 students in the class to paraphrase what that lesson or the topic was about. And if anybody has a doubt, they can get back to you later, not during the class. Maybe 1 week we will try this strategy, and then we will see how we can take it forward.
Wonderful.
Okay?
Yes, miss.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, Geeta. Is there anything else that you want to add?
Certainly, there are 1 or 2 things that I would like to discuss and have your input in this. But as of now, let's work on this time management.
Okay.
And once this is achieved, I think I can go to the next part where I am actually experiencing
Delivering that.
some problem.
Okay,
Thank you so
great.
much.
So I will see you next Wednesday.
Wonderful. Thank you so much
Okay,
for your
thank
time, Ms.
you.
Lakshmi. Take
See
care.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wish you the same. Thank you.